introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I got it no sleep. I remember when it was the seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back. So we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lance going to put it up right away. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, Lance. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Lance. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Pass complete on the crossing route. This is Hooper. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
6, 7. On the back.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out
Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're
touchdown Falcons!
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Lance and company going on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there, because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does, and delivers a 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, break.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort. Turn it into...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, Lance finding Debo there for the Niner 1st. From the gun, it's Lance.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lance now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it.
And this one is incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow it. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown.
Drake London,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Play action, now it's Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a play fake. Lance.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got a man complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Gold now out to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready
At their own 25-yard line.
Second half will start with a run by Patterson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. On play action, Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with
he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes. But
oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20, 10. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there on the catch and run. 96 yards, everything but the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.